Yo, what is going on, guys? So welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, today we are going to be going over AMCTA, a price prediction, and finally this Citadel article where they borrowed $600 million. Okay, so let's get into the video. All I ask you guys to do is smash the like, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment down below. Let's get into it. Okay, so Ken Griffin, Citadel Securities borrows $600 million as trading revenues surge. This is just spewing you a bunch of BS, but it does say right here, the company told lenders, which include credit funds, that it planned to use that $600 million in part for additional trading capital. Now, off rip, this is gonna just create a bunch of theories, a bunch of FUD, right? Why did Citadel borrow $600 million? Is it because they want to drop a huge short attack on Ape when it IPOs, because it will be shortable? Is it because they're getting really close to margin call, so they had to use this as collateral just in case, so they don't get margin called? Whatever it may be, Citadel borrowed $600 million. Anybody that had to borrow money just shows that either there is a big opportunity coming up, or they're having big financial issues. And no matter what the articles say to you, they're not going to tell you 100% accurate truth. So I just want you to keep that in the back of your head. This article came out August 18th, 2022. So I decided it is definitely relevant enough to be put into this video. Now, real quick, I want to go over to the technical analysis side of things. I want to show you the failure to delivers that stacked up late June, early July, and it's this red box right here that we have lined up. From this red box, we went from about $11.50 to $15, about a 30-something% gain-ish, and from there on out, we're up 102%, right? 122% from this low to this high. Currently, we're not up 122% from that low to that high. What I wanted to say is, if you do not receive your APE, there is going to be a problem. You really have to contact your broker, and the only reason I'm bringing this up is because if failure to delivers come out low, that means that they did not have a problem delivering these shares, right? So the failure delivers come out low. They didn't have a problem delivering these shares. Chances are they exchange them out. You have fake shares. They got your shares. They return those shares, and you're going to be screwed and not get your APE dividend. This is worst case scenario. I just want to put this out there because we don't have the failure to deliver data yet, and APE is coming out tomorrow, and that would be extremely crazy if you do not have that, if you don't see that. Okay, so we're basing this off of sort of a Elliott wave theory. There's two scenarios that we have happening here. AMC took a large smackdown, but it's still respecting the overall trend lines that it's been in this uptrend, okay? So the first case scenario is this trend line right here, this bold trend line that you see where it had support 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times now. It didn't quite come down here. This is worst case scenario where AMC comes down to about $12.20. And remember, this APE coming out is going to cause the stock to probably cut in half, so around $8.35 down here. But we're going to base the technicals off price action now so that you can just reline them up, or we'll come out with a video on Monday when that does happen. Okay, so this took about 15 days. This took about 14 days. So we're going to give or take and put about 14 days, 20 hours in this time frame where I think the next move is going to happen. So for the red aspect, AMC is probably going to bounce around $17.75, eventually come up to $23.85, $24-ish, and get smacked off of this resistance up here and have a very, very, very bearish sell-off, breaking both of these trend lines. That is scenario one that I have drawn out. Scenario two is that either way, about next week and the week after is going to come up to about $25 or so and get rejected. I'm still expecting that $24, $25 rejection, come back down to about $19 before another run. I think the next run will take you to 36 just based off of the percentage gains on these two previous runs, if we're basing this off of sort of an Elliott wave type of theory. Now, again, both of these could be off, but you do have trend lines that are respected, okay? You have this right here, and if this comes down, in my opinion, it's going to create another touch point, bottoming out, if it does bottom out, around $15.50 on Monday before getting a bounce. But ultimately, looking at that $16 level to hold for some medium-term strong support on AMC. Okay, so overall, you're looking at $16, $17.75, and then eventually come next week, we will already have videos out, but right around this range between $22.50 and $25. Those are the levels I'm looking at. uh, besides the dividend, right? If that is going to happen. Okay, so AMC stock, Stonko tracker, we can go over some numbers real quick. 550,000 shares available to borrow, 16,000 call contracts in the money, 6.3% cost to borrow fee. Utilization still at 100%. The cost to borrow is not going up. Something fishy is clearly going on. They found a way to siphon it out. They found a way to cycle this out and found loopholes within the system. We know that. The problem here is last week we gave a lot of money to market makers for everybody who was playing calls. 244,000 calls expired out of the money. All of that premium is gone. All of that premium is lost. That is not a nice thing to see. Short exempts stacking up still continuously stacking up all the way up to the 19th. Now, if they don't have these shares, this is going to be interesting to see what happens when the APE dividend comes out. I wanted to touch on one more thing before I close out the video, and it's this APE dividend. Should you sell your APE dividend? Now, this is not financial advice. Never take anything out of my videos as financial advice, because it's not. In my opinion, I would not sell my APE dividend. I don't think anybody should sell this, okay? Selling this is like selling half of your shares on AMC. That's literally what it is. The only way this is going to be quote unquote diluted is if you sell this. The fact that if this comes out, if APE comes out and it doesn't have an option chain and we don't sell this as a bonus for us, shorts are still going to be fucked if this share recount does actually do something, because then you could essentially see a share recall, yada yada yada, things roll down the line in our favor. If you sell this, you're giving up shares. Sure, AMC is probably going to run, APE is probably going to run, but it's not going to run to the level of brackets you want to see a MO asset. It's probably just going to be a regular squeeze. I do not think anybody should sell their APE. And that is how I'm going to close out this video. I appreciate everybody for watching. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.